Hi, and welcome to episode 3 of Cooking Under Protest, where the dishwasher's running, so it's going to be extra fun to try to hear me. Today we're making a pork chop recipe that's a combination of 3 different recipes that I found on the internet, and a little bit of something I like. So, step 1, we're cutting a pepper. Today we're using a paring knife because we are. That's why. Because I said so. Oh yeah, it's going to be like that today. Okay, so we've cut the pepper, we've taken out most of the seeds. And now I'm taking out the white part there because I personally don't like it. And here's the thing, you should never cut toward yourself, which is what I'm kind of doing there. But I'm doing it super ridiculously carefully and slowly. And I know exactly how much resistance to expect. But if you're not so good with the knife work, then you should be cutting away from yourself. There's a lot of seeds in that. Which would be like, let's see, like this. Safely cutting away from yourself so that if it slides too fast, you don't cut yourself. Also, don't cut other people because that's illegal. In most states, usually, depending. Although apparently you can take a armed assault rifle and march on the Capitol, and that's okay. But if somebody thinks you write out a bad check, then the cops can't step on your neck until you die. Oh, is that political? Did I mean to get political? Oh, my bad. Sorry. Yeah. I feel a certain kind of way about what's going on in the news. And, yeah. Luckily, our Commander-in-Chief has made a point of speaking out about it by saying that Twitter's wrong to ask people to fact check his fake news. Oh, wait, that's not related, you say? Yeah. Yeah. Good. Good to know. Yeah. But thankfully, Facebook has replied by saying that it's not their job to tell people to check out fake news. Wow, we've gotten real political today, haven't we? Yeah. Sometimes it's going to be like that. Sometimes I can manage to keep focus on the cooking. Some days you're going to hear me bitch. And yeah, I'm going to use the word bitch. Which is why I've rated this channel as not for children. Because sometimes I have to let out a curse or two. Because I'm really freaking angry. And it makes me feel better. And I'm an adult, so I can. And I have free speech because Commander-in-Chief, such as it were, hasn't taken that away from me yet. Y'all protest about right to have guns. We can't risk any of that because of the Constitution. But free speech is we can try to limit that, huh? Oh, I've got feelings. Bigly feelings. You're welcome to 2020, where we've got a pandemic, and we've got a war on the U.S. Postal Service, and we've got a race war, and murder hornets, and economy sinking. Everything's peachy keen. No worries. No worries at all, folks. Everything's fine. Yeah. Anyway. At least we have a yellow bell pepper that has now been cut up. And look, how long did that even take me? 4 minutes and 41 seconds. Yeah, it takes me a while to cut up a pepper, and I'm sure that there are people that can cut them up faster and have some better method. As I've stated before, that's not going to be me. That's not going to be this channel. If you were hoping to learn something like how to cut peppers up really fast, I suggest you find some Food Network's stuff or something. I don't know. Yeah, that's not going to happen here. Okay, so this is the Pyrex glass baking dish that we will be using. I realize the edges don't look clean. It is clean. This is just stains, and I could take time out of my life to make the stains go away, but that's not going to happen. Not today. Okay, now we're taking some extra virgin olive oil and just lightly going across, because I don't like when things stick to the pan, and olive oil is pretty much good for you anyway, so olive oiled. Okay, next we're going to take the pork chops. This happens to be bone-in pork chop, and they're about a ½ inch thick. Pork chop. Oh boy, this is going to be a tight fit. And I actually have 2 different containers of pork chops in 2 different sizes. I did not know that. Okay, so we'll just make this one pork chop, perhaps. Which goes there? Yeah, we'll make that one. We'll cut it in 2. Yeah, because one of these other ones is not going to cook it the same way. Yeah. This is the problem with not shopping for yourself, that you then don't know what you're getting. I'm a fan of knowing what's in the bag, knowing what I bought, knowing what I'm getting. Anyway, I've touched raw pork, so I'm now washing my hands again. In case you're wondering about the water that's running in the background. And I realize when I'm not facing the camera that I become even harder to hear. So now you've got, oh, and I have the dehumidifier on. I forgot to turn that off. Oh boy. So we've got the dehumidifier, we've got the dishwasher, we got the water running, and we had me facing the opposite direction. It's a miracle any of you are even still watching this video. Good grief. Okay, so now we've got our pork chop in here. I'm just giving it a few little pokes with that knife. Just a couple of pokes. Nothing super interesting happened. There's a few little holes so that things can get absorbed. We'll start with the olive oil, because I know there's olive oil on the bottom of this pan, but there's nothing on top of the pork chop. And now there is. Okay. So we'll continue with some more wet ingredients here. I've got some sodium-free, or well, less sodium soy sauce that happened to come for free with a package of sushi that I bought back when sushi was still a safe thing to buy, pre-pandemic. And I just set the soy sauce aside that I can use it for recipes like this. Okay. We are going to be using chunk pineapple. I've already opened up the can and taken out half the juice. So that's going to go in there. All up in there. Okay. And we're going to go with some minced ginger. Again, I know I could go get some ginger and like mince it myself. You feel free to do that. This is more about getting it done and being careful not to touch the pork chop, just the ginger. Spreading it out. Okay, I'm not going to go back in the container so we touch the pork in. Alright, now the fork has been used. Wash quick. Okay. Fork has been washed with soap and water, so it is now clean. I just no longer touch the fork because it is now clean. So we are again grabbing garlic that is pre-minced because A, I don't care, and B, as I said, I saw this exact same container on an episode of Quarantine Kitchen, and if it's good enough for the Alton Brown house, it is good enough for me, even if it was Elizabeth's. And she also has a garlic press, and he hates that because it's a unitasker. But she pointed out that she can use other things in the garlic press besides garlic. Maybe you had to be there to understand, but it was funny. Maybe you have to know Alton Brown to understand how he feels about unitaskers. Maybe you have to get his book. I don't know. We have that book there. Okay, so now we're going to add the pepper. Pop that right in there. One more thing that needs to get washed. Okay. Now, I'm going to be using this stuff, which is almost impossible to find. So I bought a whole lot of it and put it into this easily shakeable container. And I know it's a rub. Normally you use it as a rub, but you can also sprinkle it on things and it tastes delicious. My favorite Montreal stuff. Popping that on there. Okay. And now a little bit of Domino's brown sugar. This is a different fork than I used before. This is entirely clean, entirely different fork. And I'm just putting a little sprinkle. It's probably about half a teaspoon. I don't know, you gotta base it on the size of your pork chop, so you know. Okay, now all of this is going to just sit around marinating, getting happy for the next half hour, and then it's going to go in an oven at 350 for 40 minutes. And then it will become food. And we will eat it. And it will be delicious. So that's it for this particular episode of Cooking Under Protest. If you've noticed this and think, oh my God, she must really be able to cook if she's a Cooking Club of America lifetime member. No, that's my husband. Yeah. And if you've wondered about my purple bracelet there, that is my medical ID bracelet. And the one under it is my NaNoWriMo bracelet. So that's what those are. Okay, thanks for watching. Hit the subscribe, the like, the comment, whatevs. Take care. Peace.